But what were you doing in the bar when you met him?
Well, I used to go to meet people in bars. That's how, they didn't have internet. They didn't have anything. That's how you met guys.
So what drink would you order?
Well, I started to like vodka gimlets, but they made me drunk.
And you would just sit at the bar and drink it and wait for a guy to come?
Yeah, they always came.
What bar was this that you met him at?
Where was the bar?
On Staten Island.
Uh,
I always had a friend. There was a lot of divorced women, the husbands left them, and we had a whole group, you know, but I happened to be with this girl named Barbara, and she was a teacher. And we went to Brooklyn that night, and we didn't like that bar. Someone told us it was good, and then we went back to Staten Island, and we went to this other bar on Staten Island, and I happened to win the bottle of champagne or something that night, and it's sitting on the table here, and this guy is hovering over me, right? Hi, how you doing? Where you from? You know.
Angelo?
No, it's not Angelo.
Some other guy.
Yeah, but then every time I turn around, I see this guy with this black beard staring at me. Right?
how old were you?
35. So all of a sudden, finally, the guy left. And that's when Angelo made his move. He was watching and watching. Comes over to me, he was good. He didn't just talk to me, he talked to my friend too. So I didn't know who he was interested in, really.
Yeah.
And she was a teacher, and I found that he was a teacher, so I just assumed that he was attracted to her. Because I don't feel like, he was very, you know how he was. He was like, what they call him, a Renaissance man.
Yeah.
He was very smart.
Yeah.
Everything. He knew everything. So, I didn't think he was my type.
He went to college on a football scholarship.
Right.
He was in the intelligence in the war, right?
Yeah.
And he was musical and artistic.
He was everything. He was everything. He was an actor. As well, anyway, he was a teacher. So, anyway, we get to talking, and then I realize when we're getting ready to leave, he says, are you in the phone book? That's what he asked me.
Are you in the phone book?
That's how it was.
I know, but it's weird to us because that's not how it is anymore.
Oh, I know. That's what he said. I said, yeah, Iris Rosen. But he really thought I was out cheating that night. He couldn't believe I was.
Really?
I told him my husband left me.
And he said he couldn't believe it.
He thought I was cheating. After he told me all this. So, he never called me.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
He never called. I forgot about him. I was going out with the whole summer with all different guys. It was the year Richie got bar mitzvahed.
So my mom was 3 years older, 15.
Yeah.
And Richie got bar mitzvah
Yeah.
at 12.
Yeah, but now it's September, and your mom goes to it's the Staten, there's a nice hotel that has a bar, and your mom thought she'd meet a nice young guy there because she thought there were young people there, and she calls me up at 10 o'clock at night. Ma, could you pick me up? There's no one here. These are all older people for you.
Yeah.
So I said, all right, I got my neighbor to come with me, and I walk in there. She's waiting, everyone's dancing and the music.
And she's like Rebecca's age.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy to like just think about that for a second. Like, Grandma, you're not that far from my age. You're older, but not that far from my age. 5 years older. And Mom is like Rebecca's age.
Yeah, right. And all of a sudden, my eyes, I see that guy with the black beard that never called me. This the whole summer passed. And he starts walking to me. It was like out of a movie. Your mom is looking and she don't know what's going on. And I would start walking to him. And he goes, I got you left your bottle of champagne. I got it.
Oh, it's funny.
I left it there, forgot it. And
Did he really
he
have
told the bartender, I know a name, I could give it to her. So that's how we got together. He asked me out. Gave me my champagne.
And he was divorced, right?
He was divorced. And then Tracy didn't like any guy I went with. But he knew how to get to her. He would come over with donuts. That got to her.
Yeah.
And every...
How old was Tracy? 10? 9, 10?
How old would she be if your mom... They're 8 years apart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So every other weekend, my kids would go to their father, Artie, and his kids would go to his wife. And we had weekends without kids. And then every weekend with the kids, we do the kids thing. And that's how it happened.
Did the kids get along? He had only one daughter, or he had a daughter and a son?
Both. Alfred, you know Alfred.
Oh, of course, I forgot.
Yeah. Alfred was, when I met Angelo, Alfred was only like 7.
Okay.
They were young. Then your dad came to your mom's sweet 16.
Yeah.
And he met Artie.
Yeah.
That's how it happened.
And you and Grandpa, did you have a good relationship during those years? You got along?
Very much.
Because you had the kids and everything.
He used to come.
Didn't you feel resentful? I always wondered that because you always kept a good relationship with him, but I would be so angry.
I wasn't really angry. I was shocked. I couldn't believe it when I first found out.
Yeah.
How could you do this to me? You can't do this to me. I know, you can't leave me with 3 kids. Ah!
Yeah. Anybody would be like that.
And then he said, all right. I made him feel bad. He said, okay, I won't leave. But he was doing all the bad stuff anyways, never coming home.
Yeah, I couldn't
Then I
stand a
told him to
relationship like that.
Yeah.